Good morning, beautiful people of the world. I'm Brendan Yagan. This is
I'm Johnny Clumpy.
and another episode of the Blitz. It's been a while. John, did you like that intro?
I did.
Good. Oh, way
That
better
is
than
true.
yours, I know.
Better than mine.
Yeah, no show last week. To be honest, couldn't really tell you why. I mean, part of me wants to say
I
Devin
think
took
it's
an
because you
hour,
didn't want to.
and then the other one was. You see how much he talks on my show? Like, here I am producing his show, and I never talk. I only talk when I bring him in. Here he is. He's basically doing the intro. That's Devin, by the way, producing the show. Hi, Devin. All right.
Mic back in.
Okay. Okay, no need to throw a tantrum. Got a lot that's happened. Not really, but, I mean, it's sports, so a lot of things happen over the last 2 weeks since we came back. March Madness has rounded out.
I won
We
the
have
bracket
our
pool.
national champions. Johnny won the group bracket poll.
Between
I
the
won $340 in my bracket.
in a different one, but
Let's
in,
go.
In the one between the three of us, I won because
And none
well,
of us
actually-
lost. Well, Devin lost.
Devin lost. He will eat Boon Boozled on some show at some point
Yeah,
in the future.
next week.
We got to figure it out
Yeah,
if it'll be
next.
this show, if it'll be me and Devin's baseball show, or if we just have a little March Madness special and just watch Devin eat Bean Boozled.
Yeah, he's getting that bean boozled. But
It's 3 is what we agreed on,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
10.
10.
An entire bag.
We did not
An
agree.
entire
It was
bag.
3.
say
Entire-
8 for the Elite 8.
It was 3.
8.
Well,
I
actually,
never
I
got to
lost.
the number.
I lost the bracket in the
I think the winner
first
decides.
64.
I think it
so.
should be 15 because that's the lead that Duke blew in the Final Four, and you needed Duke to win it all.
I'm so down for that. That's a 2 against 1. You're eating 15.
Whoa!
Okay, we can
whoa!
do, we can
whoa!
do 9
whoa!
because they blew a 9-point lead in 2.5 minutes.
I say we do 1 because that's
No,
their
we're
seed.
doing 15. The more you go down, the more we go up. Devin.
Take it 15 or 9.
Yeah.
It was 3. What happened?
Duke happened. Duke ruined your bracket, is what happened.
No, UC San Diego ruined his bracket. But yeah,
But he still had a chance. Like
Florida-
if Duke would have won.
Florida is our national champions. We're also going to talk a little bit about the draft. Not much really to talk about. Nothing's really changed, and the draft is still 2 weeks away. We're going to talk, well, Johnny doesn't really know much about it, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the Masters coming up. The first round of the Masters is today. It's probably happening right now, I think. I'll get into it. Johnny's got no clue, but don't worry. It'll make sense once I explain it.
Jim Nance is calling it.
He always calls it.
That's what I know.
Yeah, he always calls it. He's electric.
I love Jim Nance. There's a reason I know.
Jim Nance calling golf is just so, soothing.
Jim Nance calling any sport.
So soothing. Yeah,
It's
but golf
great.
is just different.
Well, he's not really soothing for other sports, but he's great for other sports.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we can start off talking about March Madness. Had a thank God this other than Michigan State, wanting Michigan State to win it all, the only thing I was really looking for this year, in March Madness, was a good national championship. We haven't had one in a couple of years. UConn's kind of just been slaying everybody.
The last 2 years, but the Kansas UNC game was
Kansas UNC game was pretty good, but yeah, it's been 2 years, and we had a great national championship game.
great
on
Final
Monday.
Four too.
Great Final Four. Final
and
Four
one
was
good
nice.
Elite Eight game. The West region kind of carried
Yeah.
March Madness literally the whole way because Florida was involved in a good Final Four game and a good national championship game. So, if the West bracket was really good because we got a 6-11 upset, we got a 10 seed to the Sweet 16, we
Yeah.
got the Florida-Texas Tech game in the Elite Eight, and we got the Derek Queen game winner over Colorado State. So the West bracket had it all. It felt like a March Madness.
We had Alabama drop 25 three-pointers
On
in the Sweet
BYU.
16 on BYU, which tragic, but I mean,
Dude, okay, let's not say they would have beat Duke, but if BYU would have went to the
all
Final Four,
right. All right.
my Final Four would have been perfect.
Well, you won anyway, so it's fine. My Final Four was almost perfect.
Oh,
Michigan State.
for my family bracket, I don't know if you guys did brackets with your family.
We just wrote them on paper. Mine was by far the best.
I did mine. That's why I won $340.
My mom picked Tennessee, Michigan State, St. John's, and Wisconsin
I think
My-
as her lead.
my
my-
whole family picked Michigan State, but me.
my mom picked.
And I'm like the biggest Michigan State
My
fan.
mon didn't pick a single one seed in the Final Four this year.
My mom won and my dad got second. My dad had Florida winning, but he so he got the
he's
right
frozen.
winner, but his Final Four included West
St.
Point
High Point.
High Point,
West Point.
and
West Point.
another like high seed.
UC San Diego.
No, it was a different one.
Drake.
I can't tell you, but it was two really bad, so that's what blew it. So yes, he had Florida, but he did get second, so that's his first time ever getting like higher than third.
Between 3 people.
No,
You got last.
no, it was between 6. I didn't get third in both brackets. All right, leave me alone. I got 4th.
The Sweet 16 was pretty entertaining. There was only a couple blowouts, but Arizona and Duke was pretty good.
And even then, like that Bama BYU game was just like it's
Yeah.
entertaining. Like Mark Shears tied Carson Edwards most threes in game record. I was praying he didn't get it. They took him out with 5 minutes. I was like, thank God that he still gets to hold part of the record.
Arkansas choked against Texas Tech to end their Cinderella. Maryland, they kind of trailed Florida the whole game.
Tennessee gave Kentucky the belt.
Yeah.
Auburn and Michigan was like a good.
It was a
like
good game. The score does
10-point
not.
game.
Yeah. Ole Miss and Michigan State, I was freaking out, dude. Ole Miss had us clamped. We could not get inside like at all, but somehow, some way, Izzo found a way. And then obviously, Purdue and Houston. Oh my God, Devin! Oh my God, Devin!
It's recording, not. Well, wait on. It's recording, so it can be posted after. So stop crashing out. This is still postable. It's just not live. So just keep going, and it can be posted.
On the flip side, the stream is still ready for you. All you gotta do is hit start stream. You just hit start over.
All right, we're just posting. I'm not restarting. We've talked for long enough. So if this makes it onto YouTube, blame Devin. Hashtag blame Devin 2025.
Devin,
That's my mic's phone.
look at me in the eye. I would tell you to zoom in on the camera, but I'm not gonna do that. Don't do it, because I don't want to take the time. If you ever make fun of me for being a producer on your show ever again, I'm gonna bring up this moment. Oh, it's still recording. Oh yeah, but it's not live. Guess what? It's not live. It's not live. What was yours?
supposed to be a
Yours was
live
on-
radio show.
It's a live radio show, Devin. It's in the name. It's the name of the game, Devin. Can't get the easy thing right, bro. Streaming and record. You know what? I'm stop. Devin's job is pretty hard. Oh. It's right in front of you, and you're controlling it, Devin. No.
No, we're just gonna keep.
No, we're just gonna keep going.
We're probably gonna have to cut that part out. but it's
100%.
okay.
But I want you to put that part in. I
Oh,
want you to
good.
put
So
that
we get
part
us crashing out.
in. Yeah, crashing out on what's supposed
Okay.
to be a live radio show.
All right, back to March Madness. So
Yeah.
Michigan State, Ole Miss. What a game.
Don't even worry about it.
What a game. We got one of the best calls.
Which one?
Michigan State,
Oh.
Ole Miss. We got one of the best calls.
Johnny's been repeating the call
All
like,
week.
for the last
2
ever
weeks.
since we came back
For
to
the-
school.
The last 2 weeks, dude.
He's been on
Iron
it.
Eagle on the Cohen car go-ahead dunk saying we got the full car wash. I would try to imitate it, but I don't want to right now. And I would play it, but that might get us copyrighted, so I'm not going to do that.
He doesn't want to do it, even though he's done it at least 20 times.
But
since
it was
we've
just
gotten
it was
back.
just a great call by Iron Eagle. And then we also
Keep in mind, Iron Eagle is like Johnny's like mentor.
I think he's probably the best. He's probably the best commentator in sports right now.
Oh yeah.
It's him or Joe Davis. I don't really know. I can't pick between the two. But then we probably didn't even talk about the best Sweet 16 game, where a team made a 10-point comeback in the last 7 minutes of the game against a team that doesn't allow the other team to score, and then a go-ahead layup with
A little-
0.8 seconds
Little
remaining.
hometown glaze here. Yeah, Houston beat Purdue 62-60 on pretty much a buzzer beater layup.
Milo Uzan had the best game of his career in a go-ahead layup with 0.8 seconds left, and I was left distraught at 12:30 at night.
It's probably even worse because me and Johnny were literally texting earlier in that day, and we were both expecting that Purdue was going to get the belt, and then we realized
I
like,
thought
they
Purdue
s-
was going to get killed, and then they were up at
They
halftime.
splashed the three, and they were up at halftime, and I texted Johnny. I was like, okay, wait a minute, and then
didn't
I
see it
think
then.
that's where I saw Johnny's like kind of belief start to come back. I was like, oh no, if they lose this game, bro, Johnny's going to be wrecked because The Dirty Dogs dragged Johnny back on the side of belief that they were headed to another Elite Eight.
Dude, it was a missed push
And they broke his heart.
It was a missed push off. Purdue should have had the ball with 17 seconds left. Milo Uzon pushed off Braden Smith like clear as day, full arm extension. They didn't call it. And then Cam Heidi got fouled going for the rebound on the miss. They didn't call it again. And Houston got possession. And then
Scored.
Kelvin Sampson ran a great set. So I can't, discredit the set they ran to get the bucket. But everything leading up to that, they missed, 4 out-of-bounds calls in the second half on Houston. It was a horrific ref showing in the last half of that game. They also missed a goaltend on Purdue. In the first half of the game, it was a horrifically officiated game, and it was really bad down the stretch, especially for Purdue.
Blaming the refs, I see, huh?
But Cam Heidi did hit a game-tying three with 30 seconds left after Purdue had been trailing for, the entire second half. And I was like, oh, my gosh, I couldn't even, believe myself when that happened. I was so happy. I've watched it multiple times since just to get in my own head canon. That's one of the biggest shots in Purdue history, but it's not.
You just pound the table, Johnny.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
yeah. So
yeah,
all in
Purdue
all,
lost. I was sad.
all in all,
A good Sweet 16.
great Sweet 16, Elite Eight. We discussed.
3 bad games, but
Yeah.
the Florida Texas Tech comeback was insane. Walter Clayton Jr.'s a dog. I recapped the Final Four national championship game on Flagged for Review, our live TV show, sports recap show. So go watch that after you're done watching this.
You
But yeah,
you recapped the national championship too, didn't you?
Yeah. but we can still talk about it a
We can
little
still
bit.
talk about it. Houston led for basically the entire game, and lost it in the final minute.
4 turnovers in the last 4 possessions for Houston.
And that's
Emmanuel.
Houston's a team that doesn't turn the ball.
I know. Emmanuel Sharp had 2 of them. You have to feel terrible for him.
The worst time possible to lose your team identity, and they lose it in the final 2 minutes of the national championship game. They were so close, and we all know Houston's been a consistent 1 seed in the past 4 years or 5 years. They've been seeded pretty high. They've had good teams to get it done, and they can never get it done. And they finally got past the Sweet 16 hump. They got past the Elite Eight hump. They got past the Final Four hump to make it to their first national championship in this little – was it the first time in their history?
No, they went – it's just been 40 years. They went in the 80s because they had Hakeem and Ralph Sampson.
And they came out, and they were dominating. And I was scared, being that Florida was my champion, and I needed Florida to win $340. And I was freaking out because Houston was, I wouldn't say dominating, but because Florida's a good team, so they kept it close. But it just didn't really seem that when I saw that they sold Walter Clayton to 0 points, I was like, oh,
And then he
God.
dropped 11 in the second half.
Yeah.
He's an elite basketball player.
Yeah. So
But it was a great game. It ended up being a decent tournament. I mean,
low
the Final
scoring,
Four
but,
helped.
I mean,
The Final Four helped carry the tournament. I mean, there was good games. I mean, it wasn't the best tournament. We missed a lot of the first round upsets. There was only 3 big ones.
the Elite Eight was literally 1-2, 1-3, 1-2, 1-2.
And then even the Sweet 16 was 1-4, 3-6, 3-6, 1-4, or 1-4, and then it was 1-4, 2-3, and then it was 1-3, 10, and another 1-4. It was very chalk heavy the first rounds, and then it did end up leading to better games in the later rounds, but we still did it would have been nice to see UC San Diego make a run, but
Yep, but they lost first round. Oh, totally. Totally.
you agreed, Brendan.
I
We
did
talked about
agree.
this when this happened.
I did agree.
That's 2 weeks ago now. So sad.
Yeah, better luck next year. But
Now they lost
Yeah.
their coach.
great March Madness. You know what that means for next year? A lot of upsets coming next year. Guarantee it. Lock it in right now. Lock it in. Upsets. We are having a 14 seed make the Final Four.
Can we talk about Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers now?
No,
because it's not happening.
because it's not happening.
So, but now we want to move to the NFL because that is what the show's
Yeah.
mainly about.
Who's your quarterback?
Devin, we're gonna get there. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Who's your quarterback, Devin?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams.
Oh, because you didn't think he'd
Yeah.
get one. You mean the best quarterback in the NFL?
With one of the best head coaches to help him.
Right. So the draft's coming up. We're gonna save mainly all of our draft talk for next week, but we are gonna
We've talked about
take
it.
a quick sneak peek and kind of give like we're gonna ask Johnny. We're gonna see what player he wants to draft with the Bears' 10th pick, and then I'll talk about who I want the Steelers drafting at 21 for the Steelers. So
Can I quickly say something?
yeah,
I watched someone do a video about each team's reaction going into the draft and stuff, and one of the jokes he made was how funny it would be if the Falcons pick a quarterback.
God.
They're not going to, but it would be funny.
I know, but like,
Even last year was funny. They just signed Kirk Cousins.
I mean,
and then
Jordan
they
Love's
drafted-
getting kind of old. The Packers might need to draft his replacement. Like they did with Rodgers coming off an MVP season.
But yeah, so Bears get the 10th overall. I'm pretty sure I know a lot of people, a lot of Bears fans who want Ashton Genty to fall to him at the 10. Me personally, I don't think he's fallen. I think that Genty's going to the Raiders at 6, just because.
that's
They need
what
a quarterback.
that's what I've seen.
No, they don't. They just extended Geno, and they signed.
that's right. I forgot they
and
traded
they
for
signed
Geno.
somebody else. And they have Jacoby Myers, which not a number one, but he's a solid receiver. And they have Brock Bowers. They have a decent line. Literally, they need a lot on that team, but I think the one right now would be Genty, because I can't even tell you. Like I'd consider myself a pretty well knowledged ball knower, and I cannot tell you who the starting running back for the Las Vegas Raiders are right now. So at 10, I don't really know who you guys take other than Genty.
So if it's not Jenny, we could get like Mason Graham,
The D tackle from
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
and then Tyler Warren would also probably be available, and the Bears could use a
Are
second
you guys
tight end.
really taking him at 10 though?
Well, that's just kind of our needs.
Warren?
That's our needs, really. Well, not really a need. I mean, we kind of short
You
up
have
everything.
Kmet.
You get a second one. We do run a lot of 2 tight ends.
Is there only one running back that high?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's usually never a running back this high, but Ashton Genty's
The last running back that was this high was Bijan. Bijan went 8,
7.
7.
Because
6.
this mock draft has a offensive tackle to the
Who?
Bears.
Will Campbell.
Who has them or what?
What person?
Like, who's the person?
Membao.
Okay, that was the number 3 on the Bears fan. I was hoping like Will Campbell. I mean, we can get another offensive lineman, but we did.
I don't think Will Campbell's falling to 10 either.
That's also true. We did sign 3 offensive linemen, so it was like we either signed 3 offensive linemen, draft Jenny, or we signed 2 offensive linemen and then draft one.
Yeah.
So we could still.
Well,
draft
can't
another-
we draft offensive linemen in the 3rd or 2nd round as well? Like just for backup and
Well,
stuff?
yeah, but you want to get like elite prospects. You want to get because the offensive line is the most important position. But we also.
But we signed a bunch.
Yeah. Hey, maybe the Bears trade back to 21 and get a 3rd in next year's first from the Steelers, so you guys can draft Shadur at 10. I hope the Bears draft Jenny if he falls to us. That would be my
Shadur
pick.
Sanders is my quarterback.
But who do you want?
Who do you-
21, Brendan. If you say Jackson Dart, I'm crashing out. He's not good.
Jackson Dart.
He's not good.
Jackson Dart.
He's actually going to be a bad NFL quarterback.
He's better than any of the quarterbacks we have right now. We did resign Mason Rudolph, though. I'm extremely happy about that.
I think I'd rather Mason
Rudolph saved Christmas last year, or 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, he saved Christmas, torched the Bengals. That was awesome. Led us to the playoffs. Almost beat the Bills. Not really.
Almost. You okay, dude?
Not really.
I'm sure.
I do want to ask, because Justin Fields is a former Bear and Steeler, does the Jets draft a quarterback for his
No.
backup?
No.
No,
They
it's
signed
definitely
him for
quarterback.
too much money to do that.
Well,
Here's
backup?
my thing. Right?
There's not the quarterback class isn't good enough. They're not going to use
Here's
a first
my
round
thing.
pick on a quarterback after you sign. him.
Realistically, the only first round quarterback I think, or first top 15 quarterback should be Cam Ward. Cam Ward should be the only person. Cam Ward should be number 1.
but the problem is
Cam
due
Ward's
to the lack of.
It's like
teams are low key dumb, and now they
People
think
just
they need to
draft
draft a quarterback.
people just draft quarterbacks regardless of if the quarterback class is good or not.
Kyle McCord's a sleeper. I don't like Kyle McCord. I don't want the Steelers to draft him, but I feel like Kyle McCord
In
could
like
be
the
pretty
10th round, like the
Yeah,
5th
he's-
round,
yeah,
he's
I
a
know.
sleeper.
But yeah, here's the thing for the Steelers. If we don't get everything, like if we come out and we come out 10-3 and then we fall to 10-7 again, I say we do everything in our power to trade for a top 10 pick for next year's draft, and we draft
Manning.
Drew Aller.
Oh, my Penn State bias.
What is your position of need
Who for the Steelers?
other than quarterback?
It's literally quarterback. and
Nothing.
kinda it.
Like
It's
everything.
quarterback.
We
O-line.
probably need O-line. Oh, we got our rookie back.
So you guys
one we
have to draft
drafted
a quarterback.
No, because we do need some D linemen, and we probably need another corner. But like in all seriousness, like
Who's playing quarterback?
we just need a quarterback. We just need a decent quarterback, and we'll be all right.
So you
You got-
guys pretty much are
you got
going
the
to
second-
draft one.
You got the second best corner from last year's draft.
Second best. Joey Porter.
Joey Porter wasn't drafted last year.
Or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No, well, like 2023. Like
Yeah.
he last year was a sophomore year, is what I was saying. The year before. Like,
yeah. I'm
yeah,
picking
you
up
had
what
you
now.
got the second best corner from that draft.
Who's the first?
Tyreek Stevenson. I'm just kidding. Pre-Hail Mary, Tyreek Stevenson.
Pre Hail Mary, Tyreek
was the best
Stevenson
corner
a
in that draft.
demon.
And then
Oh no, Joey's not that great. Joey's like Joey can lock down guys like if he's feeling dangerous, but he gets way too many flags, and he just I don't know. He needs to grow. Hopefully, I'm looking for a big leap in his junior year here.
yeah,
He's
the,
got to earn that contract.
the Bears have the best secondary in football. So
5-12.
Do you guys think the Packers draft a wide receiver? 'Cause that's one.
I
They're
feel
on
like they
it.
have to.
well, if Ted somehow makes it.
What pick do
But
they
that's-
have?
They have the 19th pick.
Luther Burden might.
Oh,
fall to him.
Burden could fall to them.
Yeah.
But
Burden's
he's getting
tough.
like labeled as like a demon or diva.
Cause what?
Burden.
Yeah.
Shocker. Bro went to Missouri.
So yeah, if Ted falls at 19, which he shouldn't, then draft Ted. But Tedero McMillan is the
Yeah.
person I'm talking about. Probably shouldn't just call him his nickname, first name.
Yeah. So, Johnny wants Bears to take either Gentry or Lyman. I want Jackson Dart or literally anybody else. We don't really need that much. We went out and got DK.
So you want the worst quarterback in the NFL or in the draft?
No, Shador will be the worst quarterback in the draft. But as we move on, we're just gonna recap like the next two things, or three things, I should say. Looking to be out of here in like 6 minutes, so we'll switch to the NBA. Just two things here. Luka drops 45 in his return to Dallas. A very emotional night. My heart was like low-key sad, and I don't even watch the NBA that much, but like Luka was crying during the tribute video.
And then he gave him 45.
And then he gave him 45. Like, he said thank
So,
you.
There was a Lakers fan in attendance wearing a Harrison Lakers jersey.
Yeah.
So they made a Nico Harrison custom Lakers jersey, which was hilarious.
And then the Nuggets fired their head coach, Mike Malone, a week before the playoffs. And the Nuggets are currently fighting for a 3 seed.
We still have yet to find out the exact reasoning on the Mike Malone firing. I don't really get that. Nuggets fans hated Calvin Booth, the GM, because they full cleaned house and fired the GM too. But like Nuggets fans hated him because he was not building good rosters around Nikola Jokic. But the Mike Malone firing still doesn't make any sense. He was the winningest coach in franchise history. He won their first championship ever. He's 2 years removed from that. So the Mike Malone firing still doesn't really make any sense. But
Yeah. I mean,
the GM does.
and I definitely don't just understand why you wait till after the season. The only people that should be firing their coaches is if you are having a poverty season, not if you're about to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and two teams have done this now. Taylor Jenkins was
Yeah.
fired from the Grizzlies, and now. But the Masters are coming up, but we already kind of went into that, but we just previewed it. So
Yeah.
who do you think's gonna win?
Well, the biggest thing is, I don't know if you know who Scotty Scheffler is.
I do because last year you got arrested.
Oh.
I know. I know. I could name you golfers. I just don't like.
Yeah, so Scotty
Follow the
Scheffler is the defending Masters champion. He's looking to go back to back to
After
win
getting
his
arrested.
third green jacket. He is on GOAT status right now. I'd say he's the Golf's. So you have it's really weird. Like with quarterbacks, like you have Tom Brady as like the undisputed GOAT. In golf, it's either Jack Nicklaus or Tiger Woods. I don't really like know like that much history about it, but I mean, I say Tiger Woods. Yeah, but like Jack Nicklaus, like he like kind of started it. So like you could say both. I'm not gonna like argue with somebody who says Nicklaus.
Here's the thing. I think it's just. I mean, I don't know if this comparison works because we are near Chicago, but like I think it's who you've heard of
Yeah.
is the GOAT. So like I know Jordan over LeBron,
Oh, yeah.
but at the same time we're near Chicago, so that's kind of a little biased.
Yeah.
But like I've heard of Woods, and I haven't heard of the other guy you're talking about.
I mean, Jack Nicklaus
So-
also like played way before Woods, so that's another reason why he's not really a thing. But yeah, and then there's the GOATs, which is Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods, and then there's like the world number one like right now, like the best in the world right now, and he is on GOAT status, and he is tracking, and that is Scotty Scheffler. And Johnny said he got arrested last year, and last year was like by far it was one of the most dominant like tour seasons by a golfer, like probably since Tiger Woods. Like he won so much last year.
Because didn't he
Every time I turned on golf, he was winning. I was like, awesome.
didn't he do what really well in the Olympics too?
Yeah, he won Olympic gold. He won some majors, and now he's teeing off like right now, I think. But yeah, Scotty Scheffler is the favorite, and he's projected to go back to back. Also, I'm a big Rory McIlroy fan.
I know who that is.
I love Roy McIlroy, and he has yet to win the Masters, and he has not won a major in so long, and I hope he wins. And I'm also a huge fan of Bryson DeChambeau. Do you
know who that is, too.
Okay, yeah. So
Like I know who Tiger Woods is. I know who Jack
Yeah.
Nicklaus is. So I like know about golfers.
Yeah.
I just don't like follow golf.
Justin Thomas is also looking for his first green jacket. So I don't know. Golf is really hard to predict. Like you literally can't predict. You just kind of like got to say a name and then guess. So like me, I won't be mad if Scotty wins because I just like Scotty. And him winning his third would be like bizarre. But I would like if I had a favorite and a number one to win, I'd put Rory McIlroy because I love him to death.
Because isn't it like really hard to be like consistent? Like for basketball, you can shoot free throws
Oh yeah, no, golf is
constantly and practice
golf
that.
is like crazy consistent. Like the winner, like you have to be consistent because they play 4 rounds of 18 holes.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like it's hard to be, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, golf is like definitely one of the hardest sports. Like it's on the hardest sports side, and golf never gets enough love for that. But golf's nice.
It's just because it's not one of the big 4 or
Yeah.
5.
But
'Cause
and then
it's
our
hard to
last
watch.
topic here. I covered it a little bit on our show, but Alex Ovechkin
Oh yeah.
broke Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal scoring record last Sunday, scoring goal number 895. He's not the GOAT, but he is the greatest goal scorer in NHL history, and I will not even argue anything about that. He's insane, and I'm happy because hockey I don't really hate like it's really nice because like football I hate some players, like basketball I hate some players, like I don't hate anybody in golf, I don't hate anybody in hockey. Like hockey, everything's just like kind of like they're all like likable in a way, and like Ovi, like the Penguins, like the Pittsburgh Penguins or the Washington Capitals, they're rivals. Like they're probably like one of the biggest rivalries, and Ovechkin's the captain for the Capitals, and I like Ovi just because like I'm witnessing greatness.
Yeah.
But yeah, so incredible achievement. He'll probably get to 900 before the end of his career.
That's crazy.
I do think this is his final year though. I mean, if I had to guess, probably.
When's the playoffs?
It's like
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's in like 2 weeks.
It's the same time as the NBA
So how-
playoffs. It's like the exact same time.
What do you mean how?
So what? He has how many more games to get to 900?
He's at 895.
I think
Or
he
is
has
it
like
96 now?
I think he has five more games in the regular season. Plus, you get a guarantee 4 in the first round of the playoffs. So there's 9 right there.
But does that count?
Yeah, playoff goals count.
Oh.
It's like your all-time goals.
Oh.
So like
Because in like baseball, they don't
So
count
if he could get to like,
postseason homers.
if he could get to 898 or 899 by the time playoffs start, he's getting it.
Oh, okay. Because like in baseball, they don't count playoff stuff for
Yeah, no.
records.
Well, it counts for. Well, yeah, no, for hockey, yeah, it's like your career, regular season and postseason. They do it in football too with like passing yards, yeah. But yeah,
The NBA doesn't count postseason either, so it's just like dependent on the sport.
yeah.
So it was a fun week of sports. I don't watch hockey, but I did see the Ovechkin goal. It was sick.
How many games does NHL hockey?
Yeah, NHL, yeah.
How many games
They
do
play
they-
82, which is a lot for hockey.
Yeah, because like for
It's
baseball,
bizarre.
it's because it's such a large sample size, and then basketball, don't they play a lot of games?
They play 82 as well.
Oh, so that's weird. That one that plays 82 doesn't count it, and one does. It's just
Yeah.
weird.
You know what are you gonna do?
Yep. The next week we'll have the NBA playoffs and the seeding set. The plans will be occurring next week as well. Yeah, we'll be live this time or next time. The NHL playoffs will be set, so we'll probably discuss the brackets for both the NBA and the NHL.
I'll put together a bracket for the NHL. See what I can do.
All right, and then next week we will also talk a little bit more about the draft, as it is coming down to it.
It is NFL draft season.
It is NFL draft season, but we are still far away from the actual season, which low key, thank God, because I'm still tired about football. Like I need to get through summer, and then once I get out of summer, that's when I was like,
Ready for
okay, I miss you, come back, and then it's just
I
just
just
falls right in my hand.
how do you wait so long for your season? Like the baseball off season kills me, and it's 3 months,
I guarantee you
4 months.
the players enjoy the off season so much because, bro,
Yeah, but as a fan, like how do
you got other stuff.
I guess
watch
I only watch
Yeah,
baseball,
no, you got other stuff.
and then yeah.
No, I'll watch, bro. I'll watch.
I'm
freaking-
getting into
dude,
football.
I'll watch
Really?
women's college basketball. Like I just turn on ESPN and I just watch whatever's on, and like I
I've
find it
played-
entertaining.
I have to wait 6 months for college basketball to be back though.
Well, my second favorite sport isn't really
6 months in you.
very easy to watch.
Yeah, your off season is non-existent, bro. Like the baseball off season is
Like 3 months.
non-existent, like at all.
It hurts though.
It's literally 3.
Like especially if your team goes to the World Series.
Okay, well ours doesn't. So
Yeah, I know.
Devin, you can't really say that we've won a World Series in our lifetime. All right.
That was when I was a Cubs fan. I had an Addison Russell jersey.
Rescinded high five. No, rescinded high
You
five.
don't
High
like
five.
Addison
I
Russell.
take that back. So far. Rescind that high five.
You don't like Addison Russell?
do you not know what he did?
No.
Don't. We can't say it on.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just.
He did bad things. We don't like Addison Russell. Anymore.
I didn't know, so I don't promote whatever he did, but I had his jersey and I thought he was a cool guy.
When you're a kid, it's
That's
excused,
fine.
but I
As
still
a
rescind
kid,
high five.
yeah.
Dexter Fowler was my favorite Cub on that team, though.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite, but he's a good player. So, all right. Well, until next week,
Yeah, we'll be live. We'll be good. Be all ready to go. I am Brennan Gagan.
I'm Johnny Clumpy. Devin Holzman.
Shout out to Devin for screwing this up. And he already went black again. Like, my goodness. Yeah, we will see you next week. You can black out now.